So this is my Chinese style concoction that I made for the first time ever last night. Instead of making my usual, I made my usual brown rice, peppers, onions, mushrooms, and celery that my mom spends about 3 hours chopping up on various days because she doesn't like to do it all at once. And she'll bitch about it and play martyr, and I'll be like, Mom, well, first of all, we decided together that we can't deal with we can afford to buy, she could afford to buy a food processor, but we couldn't deal with the blades and having to switch the blades. She definitely couldn't. She can't deal with that kind of stuff, and I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to deal with that, with having to switch over the blades, and if she tries, she could get hurt herself. It's sharp, and we didn't want to deal with the food processor. So I put it on my credit card on $35. She was going to get it, and she was going to pay, and we returned it. And I said, well, Mom, you don't have to chop up the vegetables if you don't want to. It just means my meal won't get made. I'm not chopping them up. I make the meal. That takes a long time, too. And she'll still do it. She just plays martyr. I wouldn't be able to have this stuff if she wasn't chopping up the vegetables. I don't want to chop it. It takes too long. Not worth it. She does that, and I come up with this. Meals like this. My usual... I decided to do Chinese yesterday, which meant peppers, onions, celery, mushrooms, brown rice, and meat. In this case, it was white meat chicken. And this time I added bamboo shoots, water chestnuts, and baby corn, and mandarin oranges, and almonds. And then I bought teriyaki sauce, and my mom absolutely loved it, and I loved it. She normally would be having it tonight, but she's with her friend today. I'm not a cook. I would never, ever profess myself to be a cook. But I can cook a little bit, and I cook stuff like this because it's usually, when we're not making it Chinese style, I add beans to it. It's filling and it's healthy, and I care about staying thin. That's the bottom line. And in my case, I want to be thin for vanity reasons. I admit it. More so than health-wise. Although I eat very healthy. I try very hard to eat healthy, I always have. But if you want to stay thin, you pretty much have to eat healthy, it kind of goes with the territory. That's why you hear all the stars talking about how they eat the way they eat white meat chicken and vegetables and brown rice and whatnot. But I have my treats still, Especially got to have my treats when I'm not getting any kind of affection, sex, whatnot from another person, Pouring out. This is for the benefit of people who call me, say you're mean to your mother. Yeah, sometimes I am. I admit it. She drives me nuts. Perfect example. She can't put the flea stuff on the 2 dogs, right? I repeatedly tell her, because the month is over with, I say, Mom, I read that Frontline Plus, even though they say you do it once a month, if you're not infested or whatever, it really can last a little more than a month. It's been raining. I'm not going to put it on. It's not good to put it on and have the dogs go out. And then yesterday, I finally thought that the rain was going to stop. Put the damn flea stuff on Omar. And then I'm like, Mom, you watched the news last night. It's raining. What the hell? She's like, we didn't even say it was going to rain, Laura, on the news. So we didn't even put it on her dog, Angel. And now it's just been raining, So I'm thinking, I took Omar out in the pouring before I put the flea stuff on him. And even yesterday we put some kind of coat on him, but I can't do it when it's pouring out. I understand the stuff, all those Vanix Flint rinse, they all say, oh, waterproof, blah, whatever, yeah. I don't care. I also heard that for 2 days before and 2 days after, you shouldn't have them wet. You can't put that stuff on and have them go out in the pouring rain, But that's an example of how my mom is. She can't do it herself. I tell her repeatedly, I don't have to put it on with this leeway, and she'll keep getting on my case. So finally I did it. Finally gave in, did it. And then it rained, and I was pissed. I'm like, see, Mom, you did this, and now it's raining, and it'll be worse. We can't put it on again. I can't, but it'll be worse It'll be worse if it washes off in the rain than if we just took the chance and went over a month. It's only, even if, I know that stuff. It says on the internet, yeah, it says put it on every month. But you know what? You can go over a month and it's not going to stop working. Especially when you're not an infested, She just drives me crazy. She does. It's the kind of shit she pulls all the time. And I try to be patient. I try. I'm like, Mom, you can't even do it yourself and you're going to get on my case about doing it. I'll do it. I'm aware of it. And I shouldn't have done it. I proved my point. I proved it. Because now I have to deal with this shit. I want Omar to get his gold, I want the dogs to get their gold stars, and it's really Omar, because her dog usually is trained, whatnot. But how am I supposed to take him out in the pouring rain? It's pouring out. Even her dog, I don't think, will go in the pouring rain. She might go pee. They'll go pee. So now he won't get a gold star unless I'm so proud of him. That he's used to go in the bathroom sometimes at 6 in the morning outside. My mom will take him out 6:37. We didn't take him out this morning because we were running around. She's going with her friend, and we had to go grocery shopping. The friend, blah, blah, whatever. The bottom line is, came back after 9. Omar had not gone to the bathroom on the floor. You would have think he would have, right? Hey, you guys, you better not be going to the bathroom on the floor right now. I couldn't believe it. I'm searching, Mom, there's no caca. I would have expected him. He's used to going, and my mom didn't take him out to go. She took him out to go out pee for 2 seconds because it's been raining and whatnot, and we don't want to ruin the flea stuff, which is more important than, him ruining his record of over 30 days, I think, now, not going caca on the floor. I couldn't believe it. I told my mom, I can't believe it, Mom. He didn't. I think he's getting trained after all these years. Because he's used to just go in the bathroom on the floor, Marion, of course, when he was first here, and I said, well, we used to let him on the back patio. Well, that's just like having him go in your house. Oh, fuck you, Marion. I was in an abusive relationship. I can't do, if the mother and son, I can't train them when I was just there for, She talks up her ass. She doesn't know what she's talking about or what I've been through. She has so much psychological control over my mother, who will spill off things to me that Marion has said or Marion whatever. I don't want to hear it, Mom. So yeah, I am sometimes quote unquote mean to my mother, and I'm sorry. She's mentally ill and I shouldn't be, but I have problems too. And that's why my shelter friend says, you got to cut yourself some slack, Laura, and really you have to get out of there. I do. My mom doesn't want me to, and I'm not going to leave. The aunt who has cancer is going to die very soon. No fucking way am I just going to walk out and leave my mom, under that circumstances, but I definitely have to get out of here. I do. I got to get out. I got to get away. Well, I do. But not until, my poor aunt doesn't have much longer. I'm supposed to visit her this week. It's going to be hell. My mom was supposed to go, and then her friend changed her mind, and now they went on vacation, and I didn't want to go and see that with kids by myself. It kills me. Sometimes I'll just suddenly think about it. Oh my gosh, she's going to die soon. Pancreatic cancer. She was diagnosed stage 4, December of 11, it's 17, 8, she's gonna die soon. It's getting there, and she knows it, and it's just so fucking sad. Sometimes I'll just be laying in my bed, and I'll just start shaking, because it's just sad. I've never had anybody die on me before who I truly, loved and cared about, that it would affect me more than, oh, that's sad, You can have family members, and it doesn't mean when they die you're going to be devastated. I'm sorry, I wasn't devastated when my mom's mom died, and when I was in my late 20s. I was sad for her, and I cried, but, I wasn't real close to her. I definitely didn't shed much of a tear when Marion's, because that's the half-sister, the one who has all the control, psychological over my, literal, but it's the psychological control that allows her to maintain the literal control, not rocket science, baby, okay? When her father, who was my pseudo-grandfather, wanted to fuck me when I was 12, and said it outright, okay, to my aunt who is dying of cancer right now, but who had lived a very, very blessed, wonderful life, particularly, in general, but definitely compared to my mother and me, okay? But when he died when I was 16, Marion's alcoholic father, who, she presents herself as the pillar of the community now and whatnot, but makes me out to be pure scum. So you shouldn't really condemn me when these men, some men out on YouTube become enamored of me and like me and praise my body and praise my personality and just whatever, I've been through hell and back. I should be dead, should be dead, should be dead. Just like I said, I should be dead. Oma, sing with Mama. Mama should be dead, Mama should be dead, like she's always said, Mama should be dead, dead, dead. I really want it to stop raining. I become, obsessed now because it's good. Omar has not been going to the bathroom now because we make sure. Even times when my mom's taking him out in the morning, even though I was exhausted, he didn't go for me, and I really tried. Whatever, I'll take him out now, Mom. That's the way to train him. The other day I took him out in the pouring rain, because that's the only way to train him. But with his flea stuff on, I can't do that because it's more important that the flea stuff, works for the month. But I'm so happy when he goes kike outside. My mom praises him. I praise him. He must be learning. I came home 6:15 at night. We had been gone, both my mom and I.